We know how important fitness is, especially to partially sighted and blind people. So park run, park walk, it's amazing, but there's things that you should know if you've never done it before. So I'm going to give you a few tips, and then I'm going to ask the parkrun community, the parkrun organisers, to comment all their little tips, so keep an eye on the comments. Tip number 1 is that you don't need to ask permission to go to parkrun as a partially sighted or blind person. You can just turn up and they are ready to help you. However, what I found really helps is if you contact them through a Facebook page or through Parkrun itself and just say, I'm a visually impaired runner, I'm turning up with a guide, just to let you know. So give them a little bit of advance warning so the volunteers, everybody knows what's going on and they're prepared for it. The great thing is that if you take time to get in touch with the run directors at your parkrun, they normally come back with pointers on the layout of the course, things to look out for, things for your guide to look out for, changes in terrain where it's good to pay attention, where it might get a bit narrow, where it widens out, tricky bits on the course. So it really does pay to get in touch and talk to people about it. You can turn up, of course, but I found that having the information about the course ahead of time just helps me to relax, and I know it helps my guide relax as well. So tip number 2 is that every parkrun has a run director. So it's a really good idea to turn up a little bit early, introduce yourself, so that in the race briefing they can introduce you to everyone that's running that parkrun, just to keep you safe and keep everybody else safe. Because let's face it, you're going to be attached to another runner potentially, or running by yourself but might need a little bit of space. So make yourself known and don't be afraid to let them shout about having a VI runner at their parkrun. Tip number 3, turn up in high vis. Blind runner, visually impaired runner, and if you're running with a guide and you can get them wearing something that says guide on the front and the back, perfect. I did not do this on my first one. I turned up in a black t-shirt that said blind athlete on it, which is great, but it kind of blends in. So be bright, be proud, and it just allows other runners, other walkers, the volunteers, the marshals, everyone to see you, to give you space. The runners respect the fact that you're doing it. It just helps everybody's day. And tip number 4 is that when you're running or walking, just be aware that other runners and walkers around you might not have been around a blind, visually impaired runner. So I run with a guide, Ant or Loren normally, and you just have to be respectful of the fact that you might not get the space that you're normally used to. You might just need to pull back your speed a little bit and not get frustrated. Everyone's there to just have a nice time. So try not to get too het up about people not respecting your space and getting in the way. It's not intentional. Nobody's out to try and upset anyone. Just be cool and have a nice time. Hope you found that useful. Now, I am not someone that's massively experienced with parkruns. So if you are someone that's done millions of parkruns, or you're a run director or volunteer with parkrun, stick in the comments any useful tips for VI and blind runners. It'd be so appreciated. And if you are like me, a sight impaired runner, and you've got experience of doing more parkruns, then please comment. Let's get a bit of conversation going and help each other out.